All right, I'm taking a break from what I've been doing some this summer by setting up a gaming table, kind of like a dream gaming table, let's say. For this would be mostly for Team Yankee because the modern roads, but you could probably do Flames of War with it. I don't see any problem with that. I would say like the grass stuff down here, maybe the fences you don't count as concealing because it would give a lot. The trees out by themselves I wouldn't count as anything, but you do have some woods over here that you would count as woods, and you have a hill over here. I'll go in closer so you get a closer look at this, just kind of the big scheme. This includes some of the stuff I made, you've seen in my videos with like the parking lots and a parking lot with fences. So this is going to show those on the gaming table. And the sidewalk I did, which was crazy, but you'll be able to see the sidewalk over in this side of the board. So I kind of did town, city on this side, industrial wilderness over here. So I'm going to move the camera. So hopefully you don't get any motion sickness. I do. Okay, so this is the first part of the city. Here's that shell station that I painted. Here's the parking lots I did, and I'm using Battlefront's fences there. There's the Bastogne Church. This is actually railroad fencing that you get at a railroad store. It's just a piece of plastic that clips together. Light poles and telephone poles, and in the trees. These are Battlefronts. There's a train station back there with the train. This is that floor tile that I bought. These buildings here are Battlefronts also. I've got a cork board. Actually, I'm going to move in a little bit closer with that so you kind of can see down in there. There we go. So, got the cork board. This stuff here, I'm going to bring in one up here. This is actually a model from Descent First Edition. So I just kind of stuck them in here. This is actually carpeting. I don't know if I explained this before. This is actually carpeting that I painted to look like flowers. And around the edge, I hot glued around the edge and painted it, and it's actually just popsicle sticks. So this is actually just some carpeting, and I painted green and dabbed with different colors, kind of make it look like flowers, and then some popsicle sticks. So that's my little park here for the apartments with some shopping. That's just an HO scale train, and I actually am using their track. So that's that instead of the Battlefront track. That train can actually run, if I set up track, it could run on the table. And I've done that before, where it'll be sitting here for turn 1, and when you move it forward, that means it's at turn 2, but it doesn't block line of sight. But it's kind of a interesting little turn marker to use. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of an aerial view of each section, and then I'm going to bring the camera down so you can kind of get, so this is like a bird's eye view, then you're going to get like a street view. So moving over to more of the industrial side, those are the Battlefront Towers, and there's the fenced in, this is my chain link fence area mostly, the factory they've got. This is like the barrels and all that, that's from Railroad also. This is also, these rocks are from what you can get at a hobby store for if they sell Railroad. There's my, oh, let me bring this up. There's my water tower that I did in my video. I've got it painted. Got it sitting over there. One of the things, oh, down here, this is an HO scale graveyard, but what I got here is, this is actually another piece of tile. I did this, oh my gosh, it's all sticking. There we go. What I did was I took a tile, just regular tile, and cut it. Now these are all the same length, and then there's some shorter and all this. But like the big long pieces like this one here is same length as this one. And then I just put glue over it and put the gravel on top of it. And this makes, if you don't tear it up like I just did, this can make like little paths, like where people would walk. So there's that. And then finally over here, we got the hill up there. There's a couple of deer. One of them's watching the wolves that are in the woods over here. Got the Battlefront Bridge here, going over their river. This is their river. Got a bear. Sometimes I like putting, like, what would you call Easter egg kind of things in some of my battles. But I don't say they're there, but if you look for them, sometimes you can find them. A lot of times I put in cows. I just couldn't find a place to put the cows this time. Oh, I also made my own little street signs. But this is originally for Flames of War. And so they were naming, like, towns. In, I think this was Italy. I'm not sure. I can't remember because I made these quite a while back. So I can't remember what towns I put on all those. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of my battlefield. Was kind of like a dream battlefield. And again, I wouldn't count everything on here as concealing, like, the fences. I probably wouldn't count fences. The buildings I would, the hills, forest. Maybe the fence around this I would. But the chain link, no. Because it would just be too crazy. It would be way too much concealment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera down. Oh, let's see. And we're going to see if we get kind of a bird's eye view. So let me see if I can get this to work. So we're going to see more like what would, if you were on the ground, what would you see? I'm sorry. Let me get the tripod's legs down. I am having the hardest time, sorry. Hang on. I got one more leg to do. There we go. All right. So, yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, I'm hoping. So, this kind of give you more of a bird's eye view of, I'm going to see if I can get a little bit more of it. There we go. Yeah, about like that. There we go. So, it's going to give you more of a bird's eye view of what the battlefield could look like, what your tank could see. Again, I probably wouldn't count the trees. You know, you can lift those out as needed. It's just more for aesthetic looks. So I'm going to move this down. So now we got this section here. And you can look off in that section. So kind of, I don't know, I like the looks of it. It's a lot of work to get something like this set up. You don't count everything like this because that's just for aesthetic purposes to make it look pretty. But I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And I don't know if I would do this many buildings in an area like this unless nobody's playing infantry. Because if they're playing infantry, it's going to be tough to get them. Well, there's space enough that I think the tanks get through. I would definitely make it where the tanks can get through here. I wouldn't block it off. I could see doing that many buildings if the tanks can get between each building. Then I can see a possibility. And I think the last section is over here. So I just kind of set this up because I'm busy with life things. And so I haven't been able to do any battle reports or... and I don't want to do another tank report playing by myself. I have somebody I could play against that will be on camera, that wouldn't mind being on camera. But it's just getting our schedule together, and it's just not working this week because he's also busy. So hopefully I can get one of those in because those are quick games compared to trying to do a Team Yankee game. That's just more time than I've got right now. So I'm just kind of doing some stuff like this. Hope you enjoyed the looks of this, and I'm going to try to get this to go up. We'll get one last kind of look back here. So I'm going to move this back. Kind of where you can see the whole thing. There we go. So I would like to play a battle on this, that's for sure, but I wouldn't count everything blocking line of sight or having to do a check or something like that, crossing check. But I do like the looks, and this would be, I think, it'd be an interesting battle. So if you like this video or any others I've done, go ahead and subscribe and share with other people. And as always, have a good game.